check 1 2 1 2. Oh yeah. I hope everybody is doing good. What is up? What it do? This is Club Shada episode 109. 109. Saint Innove. And I'm your host. I'm your bro. I'm Kaysha, aka Mr. Shada, and I hope everybody is in good spirit, like I'm in good spirits. I don't know why it's hot here, but yeah, I'm in good spirit. I hope everybody is in good spirit too. I hope everybody is in good health, and that life is treating you well in this crazy time that we have been living. We're gonna be part of history, because we've been through it. Crazy madness. You are hearing the music of my latest EP called maybe I should do it in order, but just showing you. You are hearing the music from my latest EP called Southside by Diamantero, which is one of my names. So yeah, that's what you've been hearing in the intro, and that's the song that you've been hearing. It's been out since Friday, so go ahead, copy it in the digital stores and or listen to it on my YouTube channel as well. I want to give a shout out to every new subscribers in the channel, including Justely, Judith, Bibi, pas vrai non, Marcus, c'est trop long à lire, Hello Black Dancer. The more people subscribe to these social media, and they need to find names, the stranger their names are. What up, Ederson? Salami. Alright. Anaïs, Igor, Ben Na, Donguis, Flogole, Bafon. Well, listen, all the new subscribers to the channel, there's been 2,400 subscribers this month. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome home, everybody. And this show is brought to you by shadaware.com. Sponsorships are open. If you have a brand that you want to promote, shoot me an email, kaysha@kaysha.com, love@kaysha.com, to have your logo displayed here during the whole show, along with the gods of good fortune. I also want to take this time to appreciate our stream royalty, which is still Miss Naturi Eben with $80 for the month of May. We in May already? Damn it. And also all the donations, all the sponsors who are their names are here, and you are the ones who are the fuel of that show. So thank you so much for your super chats. If from time to time I stop talking to take my breath, it's normal. I've been dealing with some issues, and I don't know yet if it's COVID post symptoms that some people are having after years, or if it's anxiety like the doctor was suggesting, or if it's something I just have to fix in this place. But I feel like I should have taken some honey before talking, because I feel like my voice is raspy. But hey, we're here. The mission continues, and we're here for the mission. I hope everybody's doing right. What's up, what up, Mr. Pina? You good? Can't wait for that album to finish so people can discover your track. the way they have to, but I didn't work on it for the last 2 weeks. I've been, yeah, I just decided to create problems that I didn't need, which is like, I just woke up one day and I said, I'm gonna do 5 albums. So on top of that album, so yeah. What it do, Mr. CV Beats Production? I hope you're fine. Hello, Jujuzinha. How are you? Hello, Juliana. How are you? Ezekiel. What it do? Everybody's fine. Oh, it's a new name? All right. What it do, Mr. Joel? So when is the big 5-0? When is the big 5-0? Is it already? Are you like... Hey, Mickey, how are you? I hope you're fine. Hello, Rosa Fly, new profile picture. You finally showing us the rest that goes with the pretty lips. Nice. What it do, Queen Julie? Sorry, Queen Dahlia. How are you? It is I and I am him. What it do, Bantu Zik? Thank you so much. I'm not the best. I just work hard. You need to watch I Care a Lot on Netflix. If you know the movie. No, I'm gonna check it out. You like the look? It's just a shirt. Lol. You need to take that. Hey, Kiata, how are you, sister? You need to take the Herb Million. It clears the respiratory tract like overnight. I take it every day. It also clears up my allergies. Million. Herb Million. Let me write it down. I'm gonna see if I can find it or order it. So Herb what is it? Million. All right. I'm gonna order some. Yeah, might be what I need. Yeah, that's what, exactly. I saw the profile picture. I was like, is that Mike? So how's everybody doing? What time is it for you? And how was your weekend, actually? You know? Or your mother suggested you that name for music? Listen, mom is always right. That's all I have to say. Distant Shada, what do you do, brother? How are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Je ne suis pas un stripteaseur, Julie. Just saying. Yeah, so how was your weekend? My weekend, well, you know, Friday hospital, tomorrow hospital. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. I went to check out because I was. It's interesting. It's so hard to explain. I don't have a hard time breathing. I just feel like from time to time I have lack of oxygen. So I've been reading about it, and yeah, at a point I just went to the hospital and I was just like, yo, you know, check me out again. X-ray, nothing. Tension, nothing. Oxygen levels quite normal. I can feel it now. But you see, it's funny. And then she was like, you got agoraphobia. Like, this is anxiety. I was like, anxiety? Me? But, you know, talking to my mom said, listen, could be allergies, could be post-COVID stuff, could be your breathing, whatever. Could be allergies. But yeah, after almost dying, you might have developed a kind of, you know, yeah, being scared of not being there for your family and all these things. Could be. So they gave me some anti anti whatever pills. Does it change something? More or less. I don't see the difference. I don't feel tired. I don't feel not stressed because I was not stressed before. So I don't know. Tomorrow at 11:50, I'm having an appointment again at to do respiratory exercises and test to like see like if it's something that is mental or if it's something that is physical. Then, you know, I went to walk 10 kilometers and I was super fine. So now it's not it's not something that makes me tired. It's just like at some point, breathing is so it has nothing to do with COVID because when I had COVID, breathing was a fight to breathe. I had short breath. Right now I can like without problem. It's just that from time to time I feel something that is, and I know it's not normal. So as long as it's there, I'll just see for it to just disappear. Thank you so much. I'm taking all the positive energy. Yay. Oh, working on some NFTs. Amazing. Yeah, let us know the link so we can check them out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started working on some deep breathing exercises as well. But yeah, I'm gonna get that to know if when I'm feeling what I'm feeling, if it's an oxygen thing. And then yeah, we'll see. Oh my God, what a nightmare. I mean, that's nature. But yeah. Oh my God. Why did he have the mic at his belly level? Makes no sense. Anyway. Yeah, you know. I have this. So to explain to you as I'm talking, I have sometimes this feeling of how can I say? It's like if the air was like giving me allergies a little bit, and so the more you talk, the more you feel like your mouth is dry. And I should have. Yeah, I don't have nothing here. I had some stuff for that, for when I sing, but hey, you know, I'm okay. You know. De temps en temps, on fait aussi des directs en français. Les Français viennent toujours se plaindre bizarrement. C'est bizarre, hein? Les autres ne disent rien. Ceux qui parlent portugais ne se plaignent pas. Ceux qui parlent espagnol qui sont ici ne se plaignent pas. D'autres qui parlent... Les gens d'Azerbaïdjan qui sont ici ne se plaignent pas. Mais il y a toujours quelqu'un qui va venir, qui parle français, qui va venir. Vous faites de la français. Mon cher, apprends aussi l'anglais de temps en temps. Si je fais des lives en français, ceux qui parlent anglais ne vont rien comprendre. Et ceux qui parlent portugais et les autres vont dire « Ah, on ne comprend pas ». Si je les fais en portugais, ça va être la même chose. C'est pour ça que, à moins que mon invité parle français, mes lives sont en anglais. What can I say? This is how it is. If you don't speak the language, I can't do nothing for you, brother. Can't do nothing for you. On parle toutes les langues ici. But I have to do it in English so that everybody can understand me. instead of just one group. So sorry, bro. If you listen, if you listen carefully, you might even come every episode and learn and speak better and better and better English. I'm doing you a favor. I'm doing it. Faut laisser le président tranquille. Exactly. Listen, you know how I learned English? I learned English by playing video games. I also learned Japanese like this. Back then, I lost everything, but I learned a lot of Japanese but mostly English, playing video games and watching Eddie Murphy's Delirious and Raw. I was just watching them, reading the subtitles. Then I took the tape, the VHS, and I copied it into a tape for my Walkman. And when I was on my way to school, I would listen to it over and over again. And at a point, I would laugh to the jokes because I knew the translation by heart. But then I realized that I was just starting to learn English like that. And then from then on, I start everything I didn't understand. I start reading my school books, and I start reading my school books before it was time to do the lessons we were supposed to do. And that's how I start being better at English. And yeah, when I arrived in America, everybody was like, yo, you speak like an American, etc., etc. And I was like, yeah, because I learned everything, even the pronunciation, listening to people. So, you know. David, je sors un son toutes les semaines. Il faut aller me suivre sur Spotify ou Apple Music ou whatever. You know. Can you imagine everything I learned? I learned the fufu, half. I learned the ice cream, the Michael Jackson joke. Like I learned, and then from then on, I start watching shows like what's the name? I start watching shows like, okay, yeah, but yeah. I start watching shows like what's the name? Def Jam comedy show, where I learned even more, and like I learned a lot of slang, of course, and I start, and there was a lot of words that I didn't understand, and when I didn't understand a word, I would take a dictionary and translate, and that's how I start learning the language and getting better at it. And lazy people, lazy people send those messages. Oh, speak that language because we don't understand. Well, nobody called you. I'm joking. Dire qu'on se parle presque tout le temps en anglais. Moi, je préfère quand je parle anglais. J'aime bien mon intonation en anglais. It's sexier. Well, I never heard you in English or in French. So I only speak to you in English and French. But on Twitter, DMs and here on Club Shada. So I never heard your voice. So maybe you should send me a voice. No, you cannot send a voice note. Yeah, I never heard your voice. I've seen more. Yeah, listen. I've seen everything before hearing your voice. This is not normal. Moto Moto music. What up, brother? Did you... Something interesting. This should be... That's interesting that this goes in... The See, the music is going on a normal order when it should be random. I don't know. You should shuffle, but who cares? It's just me. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, never heard your voice. I know, I was saying, what up, Moto Moto Music? Did you have time to listen to all the new music? I'm waiting for all the reviews. So everybody, Moto Moto Music channel, you have to go check it out. It has a lot of reviews about African released music and a lot of music from and he also has some live shows that he's doing secretly without telling nothing to the Shada gang. He does his live, and then you discover when you go to the channel, you're like, yo, what's going on here? How our boy is here doing his live shows and he's not saying nothing to nobody. He's not even like, we don't know. I don't even know where's the channel. Let me see if I find his channel. Moto Moto Music Podcast. Is that the channel? I don't even find the channel. Yeah, found it. Okay, so this is the old or the new channel? That's the old channel, or that's the new channel. But it's gonna change. I mean, it's in the middle of reorganizing. So look at that. Look at all this content that he's been doing secretly without saying nothing to the Shada gang. The hell? Bro. Look at all these videos. Album reviews. This, that. Look. Review of my album Lavish Life as Diamantero. Look at all this content. Look, he's been doing all this content. He didn't say nothing to all of us. What kind of friend is that, Moto Moto? Everybody go follow this. Go subscribe to this channel. Let me put the link in here. Really. Vraiment. Vraiment. Ma prof d'anglais au lycée m'avait dit que je m'étais amélioré depuis un temps et maintenant à l'univ je suis le chouchou du prof d'anglais. Merci. Yeah, that's the way to go. So Ezekiel is saying that his teacher is saying that his English has been better, and he says that because he's been watching a lot of Club Shada. He understands more and more. That's the spirit. Hey, Heather. Hey, Nadia. How are you, everybody that didn't put their likes? Go ahead, put your likes. I learned how to speak Cap Verdean through Cap Verdean music. Oh, nice. I want to learn French. What show should I learn to watch French? That's a good question. You know what you could do? You could watch any show that you like already that's on Netflix, for example, if you have Netflix, and you put the language to, maybe you can watch something that you watched already, right? And you change the language to French, and then you change the subtitles. You put the subtitles in English, and then you just let your brain do its own work. When I arrived in Portugal, I used to go to the movies by myself because I in the beginning I didn't have that much people that I knew, and I was alone in my neighborhood, but I would go to the movies at midnight every time. I would go to the movies, and I would watch movies in English because all the movies here are in English. And I would watch all the movies, but I would try to force myself into reading the subtitles in Portuguese. And I would watch the movie and read at the same time. And then this was the first thing that helped me kind of and so maybe it's just me. I don't know if it works with other people, but I know me, it started creating something between the words and what I was hearing and what I was reading. And then from then on, then I was going to dinners with friends where everybody would speak Portuguese. They would speak to me in English, but every time they would speak to each other, they would speak in Portuguese. And then that's finally, and from then on, like it just started. I would just put myself in positions. You see what I mean? I would put myself in positions where I'm not in my comfort zone and I can speak in English with everybody. I would be in places where everybody would speak Portuguese, and then I would go to these dinners where we are like 10, 15 people before going to the club, and everybody's speaking to me in English, but everybody's speaking to each other in Portuguese. And then I would just try to understand what they would say. And because it's Latin languages, there's a lot of words that you can recognize, and then a word that I wouldn't recognize from I would recognize like the etymology from French, and I would be like, okay, it's probably the same word, and then some from English, and then I just started connecting the language by myself. Then every time I had something that I didn't understand, I would ask, hey, what do you say this like that, da 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 da. And then when I met my wife, that's when she didn't really speak good English at that time, and she just showed me more or less the few rules. She wrote me the few rules of the grammar, and then I went from there. And I'm still learning, actually, but I think watching a movie that you already seen, like if you take a good movie that you know by heart, but then you watch it in French and then with English subtitles, that works. Why are you sending her to watching complicated stuff? It's true, I heard you sing. You know, Julie has a nice voice. She's a good singer. But I never heard you speak. You should send me a vocal note on Instagram saying, hey, salut, c'est Julie. And then you send it to me in English as well. Hi, it's me, Julie, big booty girl. Send it now. I will play it live. I thought it was you sending me, but some random girl on Instagram sending me whatever stuff. Music album used to come with a booklet, and sometimes it had lyrics. That's how I learned to speak English. Yep. I think my first album came with the lyrics. I'm not sure. But then it cost so much money. Every page, like, it cost you money to do like a 4-page. Everybody was trying to do only 4 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, until 8. Or just 4, like just one like this. And me, I was the guy that everybody was, it's gonna cost us like 30 cents more I was like, listen, I want my 16 pages. I don't care. I want to put my lyrics. I want to put thank yous. I want to put my photos. And like everybody was like, this guy's a nightmare. And but then with time, I just decided to do it differently. What I do in my albums now, I don't put booklet. I release digitally, but what I started doing before releasing digitally, I would release with very simple information on the CD itself, but then with a link to kaysha.com / the name of the album, and there you would have all the lyrics, music videos, all the information about the song, etc., etc. And I would put everything online, and it solved the thing. And then when we went full digital, that's what I do now. Like, I put all the information on the YouTube videos under the songs. But that's true. I remember that when I was singing Beat It by Michael Jackson, I was singing Bile, 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 Bile. No one wants to feed it. Want you know fucking chonkalompa. Inch to mash up, be follow right. Just Bile, Bile, ooh, Bile, Bile. No one wants to beat. And then when I got older, I was like, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Whoa! I realized that I used to sing to a lot of Michael Jackson songs and a lot of songs in general completely wrong. I was just phonetically reinventing in my Congolese way the songs of everybody. So it's even funny to me, knowing that I was doing this, when I hear people who speak Portuguese or people who speak other languages, when they sing my song and they fuck up the lyrics and they just, or some people that they are arguing because, no, he's saying this, no, he's saying that. And I'm like, not saying not this, not that. It's funny when you actually realize that you used to do it when you were a kid. That's crazy. What it do, Emmanuel? Yeah, everybody, go to Moto Moto's channel and go check it out. And go put some comments, everybody. Say, Club Shada sent me. My pleasure. Volta a cantar como os cantava Zuka Kizomba. Não parei de cantar da mesma maneira que cantava. You guys are funny. Yeah, let's hear Julie's voice. Let's see. Julie didn't send her voice note. Let me check my private messages on Instagram. Nope. Nothing. Sometimes I will know exactly what someone has said in Spanish or Portuguese, but then I have a hard time translating a verbal answer back in Spanish, Portuguese. Yeah. I have this with Spanish. Every time I want to speak Spanish, Portuguese comes out. And I used to speak fluently Spanish, but it's the fact that not having never speaking with nobody in Spanish and never going to Spain makes me just slowly it fades away. But I used to speak Spanish like fluently. I actually had, in my final exam, I had like 18 on 20 in Spanish. I could read books and do a dissertation in Spanish, and then the more I went to Portugal, the less and it's funny because being a polyglot in all these languages, somebody received his money from the shows. Hey! Bodhisattva, thank you so much, brother Buddy. I fell asleep, woke up and going back to sleep, but I go some love back. Hey, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Don't spend all that money, huh? When are you leaving actually to Africa? You're going soon. Being in Africa is gonna do you good, brother. I can't wait for you to go there, and I can't wait to see you enjoy the good land of Guinea-Bissau. Be careful. I went there 2 times, and I had 2 kids. I'm just saying. Be careful. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna speak in. When I'm in Spain, I just speak Portuguese now because it's easier for me to form my thoughts in Portuguese because I do it at home all the time with my wife and daughter speaking Portuguese. But when I'm in Congo, for example, usually I speak in French. But sometimes somebody's going to speak to me in Lingala. And every time I'm trying to, and understand everything they say. But when I'm going to try to form a sentence to answer in Lingala, I end up hearing stuff in Portuguese in my head. I can't explain. So, yeah, we're waiting for your voice. Actually, everybody send me your voices. Send me your voices on my Instagram. So I can hear your voices. Everybody hear me talk, I can hear nobody. What the hell is that? There's a software called Rosetta Stone. You can learn every language. Yeah, I heard it works very well, but I never tried it. I used to have an app called... What's the name of this app that I had? I had an app called... I forgot the name. I had this app to learn languages. Where would I have put that? I have no idea what this app is, and I forgot the name. It was not Rosetta. It was Duolingo, I think. Let me see. Yeah, Duolingo. This one. And this is actually, I used to play with that. I used to play with that app when I just arrived here to try and understand stuff here and there. So yeah, maybe that's the one. I only speak Spanish and English. Listen, 2 languages is good. Yeah, I know. It's actually, yeah. But in a way, I used to fight to articulate well when I was singing, and especially in ad-libs. And then I realized, yeah, listen, Michael had his way, Jean-Michel Rotin in the West Indies as well. A lot of artists, like, yeah, they just sang it how they say it, and up to you to understand. And I kind of, now when I sing, I'm like, they'll get it. And if they don't, they'll read the lyrics. You should. I hope everybody is in the channel. Everybody subscribe to that channel. It's important. We have to support the brothers. So when are you switching from one channel to the other, brother? I remember when I was a kid saying wait. I remember when I was a kid saying everything affect the right lyrics on Kaysha on Dikwa during the chorus. Except, okay. I remember when I was a kid saying everything except the right lyrics on the Kaysha on Dikwa chorus. Listen, until today, people are just, until today, sometimes people sing my songs and I'm just like, yeah, whatevs. Yeah, we want to hear some voices. Well, exactly. My wife learned Portuguese in 3 years using Duolingo every single day. Wow. She wants to visit Portugal and Brazil now. That's crazy. Yeah, come visit, bro. Come visit. Can I send you my voice to on Instagram? Of course. Go ahead. I'm watching. I'm not receiving nothing on my Insta. Julie's scared to send her vocal. I'm waiting, Julie. Say, hey, Club Shada. I love you very much. This is Badi Julie Joujousan. And then you say the same thing in French. Same thing to you, Ezekiel. It's strange to call you Ezekiel. I'm used to Mike Kenny. Where did your mom come up with that idea? Mom is always right. Oh, le maître électronique, master electronic. What up, my brother? How are you? How things are going? Listen, now that you're here, it reminds me that I didn't even call the store to know what's up with my computer. It's been weeks. It's been a month. Tomorrow morning, I have to go and check this out. Like last time I checked 2 weeks ago, they were waiting to know how much would it cost to receive the PSU. I'm switching channels tonight or tomorrow night, depending on how fussy my kid is tonight. Ooh, that's crazy. So everybody, send me a message on my Instagram, right? With your voice, so we can know your voice. So this is Ezekiel's voice.
Salut Kaysha, comment ça va? C'est Ezekiel. Ici il est 2h du matin, 2h27. Et tout va bien. Club Shada, vie, la guerre.
I would have never thought that this was your voice.
Hi Kay, I hope everything is doing well.
Look at that.
For everybody in the Shada gang, this is Ezekiel. And I like to hit potatoes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in my bed right now, and it's hot in my bedroom.
Don't care about what's going on in your bedroom, nigga. All right. We heard. Yeah, man. We heard Ezekiel. You see Julie? Unless Julie fell asleep already. You know, sometimes Julie falls asleep. She listens to the beginning and then boom. I will send mine in 5 years when my voice get older. Come on, Nadia, send your voice. Send your voice. Send your voice from South Africa. Go ahead. Let's go. We know the voice of Moto Moto music. Thanks, brother. Thanks. My ex used to yell at me in Spanish, and I look at her confused. Crazy. Muito obrigado, Renan. Guy's telling me that he's hot in his bedroom. I don't care if it's hot, if you're naked, what, I don't care. Okay, I just received something from CV Beats. Let's hear it.
What up, Shada gang? This be your boy CV Beats. So what's good? What's good?
Always in noisy places. That was the voice of CV Beats. Okay, do it again in Criollo. Obrigado. That's crazy. Okay, if I receive more message. Oh wait. Look who sent me a message. Joujousan sent me a message. Uh-oh. Are you ready?
Salut Kay, salut Club Shada, c'est Julie. What's up everyone? It's Big Booty Girl.
Oh, so cute. So cute. Listen, how you have.
Salut Kay, salut Club Shada, c'est Julie. What's up everyone? It's Big Booty Girl.
So this is the thing with those girls. She has such an innocent voice, and she's doing all these devilish things.
Modo que busquem a gente, tudo Dilsberg.
CV Beats, calm down. Calm down. He's so excited to send his message that he doesn't even know what he's saying.
Modo que busquem a gente, tudo Dilsberg.
Oh my god. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh my god. So Dalia, Joel, send me your voice so that everybody know your voice. You got shows. We got shows. You got shows. We know your voice already. You come here all the time. CV Beats was trying to say. So he was trying to say in Creole from Cape Verde. What's up, Shada gang, and then he just said, what up my people? So he said, what up my people, everybody. What it do? What it do, Future Sound Beats? Yeah, send me on my Instagram. Emmanuel, send us your vocal note as well. He's fine. He's fine. Yeah. You guys are crazy. My God. À fond. Dès demain. I'm waiting to see if other people are gonna send me their voice notes so we can hear their voices. But I think that's it. But there's more. Yeah, so languages. It's interesting, languages. There's something that is interesting, like a question I would ask to the people who speak different languages is, even if your language is your main language is French, English, Portuguese, when you speak a lot of languages, what do you sweet Vivienne, hello. For those who speak a lot of languages, I would like to know, do you kind of remember what language do you dream? Because I'm not even sure anymore what languages are my dreams, or what. Come on, send the vocal, send the voice note. Somebody sent me a voice note. Who's that? Zek24. Oh, that's you again?
All my chicas everywhere, yeah, yeah. Do you like what you see? You go Kaysha, you make me sing oh, oh. I'm just a worldwide chico.
Lol. Singing my old songs from the 99s. I sing better than speaking. Lol. Right, you know, I think I don't know both. I think I don't know. Yeah, me, I think I speak, I think I dream in, sometimes I dream in French. Sometimes I dream in English. And sometimes I think I also dream in Portuguese. It's interesting. Master Electronic, you're gonna have to wait. I love languages. I do speak very well Lingala, Kiyombe, Kilahari, Swedish, English, French, and Spanish. Damn, you speak almost as many languages as me. I speak 7. So send me a vocal note. Send me a vocal note, Master Electronic, in English, in French, in Spanish, in Lingala, and in Spanish, and in Swedish. Send me everything. I want to hear you speak all these languages. I love speaking languages, and I just learn languages just like that. Just wake up and I don't. It's not hard for me to learn languages, but it's interesting is that in my head, I speak in French most of the time. But sometimes, let's say I want to say something to my wife, and I'm remembering the things I'm going to talk to her about when I get home or whatever. I think those conversations in my head, I have them with her in Portuguese. And when I speak with Buddy on the phone, we just switch naturally without thinking between French and English all the time. And sometimes we're gonna put some Lingala in there. Sometimes we're gonna put some Sango in there. Like we just go from one to another without really thinking about it, and that's interesting. But in my dreams, I'm trying to remember, but I think my dreams, there's not a lot of talking in my dreams. But I think I dream in so many languages. It really depends. I dream in all languages. All right. If you're gonna rate my voice on 10, what's my... I don't know. I wouldn't rate your voice because a voice is a voice. It's not... A voice is not supposed to be good or bad or better. I would say that your voice has this... I'm not shocked when I hear your voice, but it has that... I wouldn't say childish, but it has that, innocence in it. And we know you are not innocent. Oh, I received a message from Master Electronic. Let's see. Oh, and then it was gone. I'm gonna wait until it arrives. Yeah, it's interesting that I kind of always remember my dreams. Kind of the first hour before I have them, and then I just start having the Portuguese word coming. I'm looking for forgetting. Then I just forget the dream, like in around probably 20-25 minutes after having it. I usually forget my dreams. But I dream in different languages. But I know in my head, I'm not even, when I'm thinking about it, in my head, when I speak in my head, I think I speak in French, but I think I also speak in English and Portuguese most of the time. It just depends what I'm thinking about and what it's interesting. Yeah, that's crazy. So Joel, how long have you been in Canada? Because we used to speak in French when we were kids. That's interesting, huh? Knowing that things just change with time. And sometimes in French. I was shy younger. I was shy too. Dreams with weird sounds? Vivian, we need more information. What you mean? Dreams with weird sounds? Indeed. Yeah, me, I sometimes I don't have languages. 24 years in Canada, yeah, makes sense. And then it depends who you speak to, because at home we only speak Portuguese, so at a point it just becomes your main language. But on the phone I'm always talking French. So I try now to remember to speak French with my daughter from time to time, but yeah, I wonder what are your dreams about. I do like me write them down on the book. Yeah, my dreams are very esoteric. My dreams are strange. My dreams they just depend on ooh, look at this. Messages are arriving. Let's hear Moto Moto.
The first review is actually
Oh, that was not for the. Okay, I'll check them out later. That was for me. That was private. Let's hear all the language that Mr. Master Electronic speaks.
Ilingala, Mbote Kaysha. In French, Salut Kaysha. In English, Hi Kaysha. In Swedish, Hey Kaysha. In Kilare, Abubatele Kaysha. In Kiyombe, Abwe Kaysha. In Spanish, Hola Kaysha. Hola Kaysha. Yo quiero hablar español. J'aime beaucoup parler le français. I love speaking English. Jag älskar att prata svenska. Nalingaka mingi kuluba lingala. Muke yolo kaka kiyombe. Thank you, everybody. That was my little quote of the languages I do speak. It's your master electronic. Izangai master electronic. It's me, master electronic.
Master Electronic, you sound like a pervert in every language you speak. That's all you need to know. It's interesting. I think in my head I speak usually in French. But it's funny because when I try to remember, I don't really remember. I probably speak all languages in my head. Probably French, Portuguese, and English. And my dreams are probably the same. But I also have a lot of dreams with no words, with just strange thing that I'm trying to understand. When I wake up, I'm like, the fuck was that? I'm like, huh? Okay. And then I'm like, I see. I understand the message. And then, yeah. I used to dream when I was very young. I used to dream about running. And I was running too fast. And I was running so fast that I would not fall. I would actually start flying because I was running too fast, and then I would then fall, and then it would happen to me. I would dream about that every night until one day I was like, yeah, you don't need to run. Like, take your time and do things right. And then I stopped having that dream. So those are my dreams. My dreams are usually messages to me, or ways that my conscience, my inner deep is expressing stuff. That are usually my dreams. Yeah, dreams. You know how it is. So, your cousin. So when is the big 5-0? I want to know. I want to take my plane and come celebrate. Please write songs about your strange dreams. Oh hell no! Write songs about your strange dreams. Hi Kay, I'm from Mozambique. I hope to see a new single. Please toast us with a new single. Listen, very simple. You go to the platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, etc., and you check out Southside, new single. You check out Cafe Chic Bossa Nova, 11 new songs. You check out Sunlight. Those are my new projects. And you can also check out every song I have been doing every week. I do songs every week, so make sure you go check them out. I grew up speaking only English at home, and I learned Spanish in school. But a lot of people speak Spanish in New York, New Jersey, especially in the Bronx. Yeah, in the Bronx, it's like, and I dream only in English. Ooh. All right. Ooh. I'm replying to a message that my cousin sent me. I have to take a plane now to be there on time. So let me talk about today's subject. What was the subject of today? Choices. Yeah, choices. Let me remove it from my list of subjects. Where was it? Choices. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll check it out later. Have you ever felt frustration by watching the people you love or the people you care about. Have you ever been frustrated? Hey, welcome to Club Shada, John. Have you ever been in those situations where the choices of your friends frustrate you? Not because they are their choices or because they are doing wrong choices and but just because you spent hours having conversations about what they should do or how they should feel, and then you just you see what I mean? And me, like, for a long time, but really a long time, I was just frustrated by all these conversations I had with, especially with artists. I spent a lot of time in my life having conversations with artists about their craft. Art is so subjective. You cannot tell people what to do, but people usually come to you and they want to have the conversation with you, and they say, oh, you know better than me, so can you please help me out? And then you have conversations about, you know what I mean? And then people come, especially when you're in my position. People used to come to me the last 20 years with, I'm frustrated about my career. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to climb those steps. I want to arrive to 10. I'm stuck at 2. I don't understand why. And I would say, hey, listen, you are 2 and you're stuck at 2 because of this, and this. The reason why, if you want to go to 10, you have to first focus on arriving to 3. And while you are on your way, when you are on your way to 3, you are thinking about 4, and so on. And you know that 10 is your objective, but you concentrate on what you need to arrive to 3. And if you're at 2, you don't spend your time bitching and thinking about those who are at 5, those who are at 6, those who are at 25. You focus on yourself. You focus on where you're putting your steps, and you start talking with people who are telling you all the time, why you're not at 10 like the others. Like, those are the people you don't want to talk about. Those are the people you have to also train your friends to stop frustrating you about the positions of other people. You see what I mean? And so people used to come to me all the time. Artists, beat makers, label owners, people who make music videos, people who have YouTube channels, even people who work at YouTube. People would come to me all the time and ask me my opinion about stuff, and then they would all the time, what up, Pete? They would all the time do exactly the opposite. Or they would come to me and we would spend like an hour thinking about plans, thinking about how we're gonna, to me, when people ask me questions about their career, about what they want to do, etc., I don't really need to think for a long time to give them my opinion and give them advices. And I try to give advices not thinking, if it was me, I try to put myself in your position, and from your position, this is what I would do, etc., etc. And I kind of do it without really thinking, and I can do it just like that. And so we would spend hours thinking about a master plan, and then they would be like, "Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, 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 exactly. Oh my God, oh, what would I do without you?" Blah, blah, blah. And after, you know, after a week or two, you realize that these people end up completely not listening and not doing nothing, and they just go the complete opposite, because most of the time there's this moment between the moment they talk to you and they get the advice, and then they are now having to rethink and reformat their system to be able to go to that direction. And in that moment, that's when all the other people come in, and then they go back to the conversation with the wrong people. And usually, because they don't really believe in your advice, they just follow your advice because they don't have their own ideas, and they just need you to give them ideas. So instead of understanding your advice and just really doing their research and understanding exactly what you said and why you said it, what they do is they just follow your advice as if you were kind of a divinity. You are like their guru now. So they just do what you said. So when they go meet other artists, I was about to say other idiots, but I'm gonna keep it respectful. When they go meet other artists, they sit down and they start telling those other artists or other people, because it's not just about the artistic world, it could be anything. Then they go see these other people and they say, they don't say, "I'm gonna do this. This is my idea of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this and that and that and that and that," which is what you told them and what you had the conversation with them. Because they don't really make it their own mission. They say, "Oh, Kaysha said this, and Kaysha said that, and Kaysha told me to do this, and Kaysha told me to do that." And then the other people, then they come fight against the ideas, because those are ideas of another person. And they're like, "Yeah, but why would you tell you to do that? You know, blah, 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 blah." And because those people don't firmly believe in the things you said, and they didn't do their research, what they end up doing is they let these other people talk, and the last person who talks is the last person who's right for them. So then they get their mind completely changed by those people. And those people, usually they don't give you opinions based on where you are and where you want to go. They give you opinions based on where they are and their point of view of where they want to go. And they want you to do the same as them. And what happened is they all follow each other between idiots. And they all end up in the same village, which is the village of we fucked ourselves and we fucked our careers. And then that person come back crying to you. And then you spend another one full day of explaining to them why they are where they are, and so on and so on. And then they go on tour all together. And while they are on tour, they end up again intoxicating each other with bad ideas, because none of them are successful. But those who are a little bit successful, those who make 500 or 1,000 per show while everybody else is making, those who make 500 while everybody is making 300, think they have this authority to talk like if they were the head of the pack, when in actuality they're just another crab in the barrel. And this crab mentality is something I really I discovered in the music business, and like it was something that it was something that would frustrate me to a point that you don't even realize. I would be frustrated because it was not only artists that I know, it was also artists that I worked with and artists that I was trying to build careers with. But because the way our labels were set up, we had a lot of small independent label under one label that was handling all the things, right? And so, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. And because you had all these, we would organize tours for all the artists of the labels under just one big thing. So anybody who had hits, or the West Indies, or that they would say, we want those artists. So we would send everybody. We'd send 10 people. And then me, because I had my own networks and I had all my places, my market was bigger. So I could spend one summer in Angola, another summer in Mozambique, another summer in Atlanta, Miami, another summer in Congo. I would have so many different places where I would go. Sometimes I wouldn't see the artists that I worked with all summer because I was busy outside. And then maybe when I would arrive in Angola, somebody would ask me if I can work with them on an album or 3-4 songs, and so I would stay a little bit more, or then I would go to Portugal, then I would go to Cape Verde, and every summer was different for me. So, but when your artists are out there with every other person, yeah, they have conversations, which is normal. But the problem is, because their beliefs are super fickle and super thin, whenever they start speaking with other people, they completely forget everything you teach them, everything you tell them all the time, how you tell them to move, how you tell them all the tricks and all the holes that are on the way. You tell them where they are because you know, and then they start falling in these holes because now they are trapped with all the idiots in all the crabs. And listen, people would come back and then like you would hear them talk and you would be like, what? Who are you? And this would frustrate me at a point that you don't realize how much I would be frustrated. Until I had I had two conversations. I had two conversations with two people. The first one is a guy from New York that I know from a lot of time, and I've known since '99. And he called me once, probably in 2012. And at that time, I was always having conversation about people don't listen, people don't do this. I would have this endless conversation with other industry people that we think alike. Oh, they don't do this, they don't do that. Oh, people don't listen. Oh, look at them, look at that, da 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 da. Oh, you know all the stories, the music industry. So, at a point, my man from New York calls me and he's like, bro, exactly. yeah. People fail to put words into actions. And so my boy from New York who calls me, he's been in the music industry since like he used to work with the DDs, the Salt and Pepper, the Jay-Z's back in the days. Now he's into other things, but back then in New York, those guys were running the music industry. Him, my Haitian friends and stuff, they used to work with the Wyclefs, the Papa Jubes, the Macario Cesar, like all these people, the Grace Jones. That's the studio where we were. And he called me once, so he explains to me that now he's more into solar, he's more into buying buildings, etc. All the money that he made from the music industry, invested them in other things. Cool. We have this conversation, and you know, I'm expressing a few of my frustrations, you know, and he tells me, you know, Kay, your real problem. Yo, what it do, DJ Banzi? Brockton. He tells me, you know, Kay, you know what is your problem? And I was like, nope. He was like, your problem is that you are usually the most intelligent person in the room. And I was like, how is this a problem? And he was like, yeah, it's good for the ego to know that you know all these things. But the problem is you spend your time talking about numbers like 300, 400, 500 with people who are just dreaming of reaching 25. And what you need to do is sit down with the people who talk about 3,000, 5,000. You need to sit down with the people who create the website that you use, because you on that level. Because when I met you in 99 and you were 26, you were already, or 25, I don't remember. You already had like your website, you already own your Kaysha.com, you were into the internet, you were into all these things when nobody was into it. So you have an advance that is so far from most people you talk to in your industries, and especially the artists, and even sometimes the record label owners. You talk to them about stuff like YouTube when people were still trying to sell DVDs. So when you are in such an advance in your brand, in your brand and in your actions, what you need to do is sit down with people who are more advanced than you so that you can learn stuff, or that they can be like, hey, we want you to work with us. Because what happens if you don't do that, if you're gonna keep talking to people who listen to what you say, they keep 10% in their head. They only remember 10% and they only do 3%. And then you get frustrated. And then he told me, and you have no reason to be frustrated because it is their choices. You are not responsible for the choices of other people. You're only responsible for the choices you do. And if they don't follow them, if they don't follow your advices, it's not your problem. You don't have to feel bad because you actually gave them the advice. You have to feel good because you said to you, you have to say to yourself, hey, I gave you the advice. Everything else is not your problem. It's not your problem. And that was the first conversation I had that week. And then the same week, a few days later, actually, I met a gentleman who's I've been introduced to this gentleman. We went to have a drink with him and his wife and a friend of mine, and he's somebody who he succeeded in. I became a multimillionaire doing billboard advertisements in stadiums, in Times Square, in all these places. And he was based in the UK. Sorry, he was based in the UK, and from the UK he had a worldwide. He still has a worldwide business when he really had innovative ideas like putting advertisement in front of movies, stuff like he did a lot of things back in the days. Same thing. We met, we start talking, and at a point I was expressing those frustration about helping everybody and people not doing what I was telling them to do. And he told me, young man, you don't climb a mountain with everybody on your back. You climb a mountain by yourself. And every time you find, every time you do a step and you find a place and you understand how to climb the mountain the best, you put some little flags and you write down the information. And then once you are up there on the top of the mountain, you send the information to the people who are down there. You tell them, I put flags there. Be careful there, there's this. Be careful, that place is dangerous. The best way is here, and here. I tried that, it works. I tried that, it doesn't work, etc., etc. And then you send them a message. You send them a long, whatever information you want to give them. You give them how to climb that mountain, but you're not going to do the effort for them. And they're gonna have to climb the mountain by themselves. And if the information that you gave to them was valuable, hopefully when they're up there, they will say thank you. And if some of them decide not to use it because they think there's a better way, it's up to them, and it's not your problem, and it's not your responsibility. And then I was like, yeah, but some of these girls and some of these guys, they were on my label, and so I feel like a kind of responsibility of because hey, Matt Music, what up, brother? Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Blessings. I have to record that song, but I haven't recorded in 2 weeks. But I will soon as I'm feeling better. So, now I'm telling him, to me it feels like I have some responsibility because some of those girls or some of those guys, I'm the one who launched them. And then he was like, but are you their dad? I was like, yeah, no, but you understand. I was like, yeah, but are they still on your label? And I was like, oh no, not anymore. But I was like, so he was like, so how is it your responsibility if they are not signed to you anymore and now they are all independent? Why do you feel that you are responsible for every single one of their fucked up choices? And I was like, wow. So those two conversations changed my life. I had them in 2010, I think. And that was, I just moved to Portugal. No, 2012 maybe. Because I just moved to Portugal. And ever since that day, more and more I start dialing down on having those those conversations with people and thinking that it was important that those people, because I know what people need to do most of the time. But yeah, it's not my responsibility what they're gonna do with it. And even if I know, it's up to them to decide if and it's, you have to let them do the right way. And I remember having a conversation with a very good friend of mine who kept recording songs but was never releasing them. And I was like, bro, like, what's the point of recording all these songs and then you don't release them? And he was like, oh, you know, at a point the songs feel old. And I was like, yeah, it's normal. My own songs feel old to me when I've been recording these upcoming album for the last, I don't know, 2-3 years. I don't remember. Some songs I've been recorded and mixed and ready to go for 3 years. And most of them, most of the songs of this album were ready before COVID. So most of that album was ready like 10 years ago. A whole year ago, right? So for me, all these songs are old. But I know in my head that for most people, they're gonna be new songs. So they're there. And when I'm ready to launch the album, probably this summer, I will just launch it. And it's gonna be new songs for everybody. And once it's out, it's gonna be old now for everybody after a year, 2 years, whatever. And it's this part where, and I was telling him, bro, and then we have this long conversation. Thank you so much, Kaysha, for supporting the club Shada. So now we having this long conversation about strategy of how to release the songs that he was sitting on. And I'm not talking about one song. I'm talking about like 50 songs. He had 50 songs and he was just like recording, not releasing because, oh, I want a video, I want this, I want that, whatever the reason why. And I was like, bro, release those songs. You know, I procrastinate, blah, 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 you know, but what if? I was like, listen, this is the internet. Nowadays, you release a song and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It costs you nothing. You record them at home. So just put it out. You have people who are waiting for your music. Put catalog out. The more catalog you have, the more, so when somebody discovers you, they have more songs to listen to. And I remember then for the next 2 years, every time we were on the phone, I would spend a whole hour pushing. Release the songs. Release the songs. Stop, release the songs. And then explaining, hey, look, I'm doing a song every week. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Look, the money is coming in. Look at the numbers. I was showing him, giving him like, listen, you have a brand, you have this. All you need to do is release music for the people. And at a point, he got pissed. At a point, he just told me, stop telling me what to do. I understand your strategies. I understand that. Thank you so much, Moto Moto Music. Thank you so much for supporting El Club Shada. So, thank you so much. So I told him my Sundays as well and my Wednesdays. So he told me, listen, I understand your strategies. I know you smart. I know you're not trying to, I know you're doing this for good, whatever, but hey, let me do it my way. Let me do it the way I feel like. And well, listen, I was like, I'm just trying to help. And he was like, yeah, I understand, but you are a pain in the ass. I was like, well, it's because I want you to succeed and I want you to be fine. And I want you to not have stress, you know? And starting that day, I stopped talking about the things because I remember the voice of those people. I remember the voices of my boy Peter from New York, and the voice of my boy from Marbella. That's where he lives now. And yeah, they both told me, you know, you give the information and they want to use it, they use it. They don't, it's not your problem. You gave the information. Unless they ask you again to talk about the information because they forgot, or because they need to hear it again, or because they want to have a conversation about it, your mission is done. You don't need to come back and talk about it over and over again. So, and that's what I did. Like then after that, the next 2-3 years, every time I would talk to this guy, I would not talk about those subjects. I would talk about what I'm doing, and I would ask him what he's doing, and he would tell me what he's doing. And I would tell him, hey, I did this, I did that, I'm doing this, da 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 da. What about you? You know, and we would talk about things, and cool. And I would hear him tell me stuff that would make me crazy in my head, but I would just not say nothing. And I think during this whole time, those 3 years that passed, I think he released one single, and I probably released 60 plus one album of 40 songs, and I have an album of 50 songs coming, and I have an album of 11 songs under Angel City that just dropped, and I have another album under a Bossa Nova album, plus the 16 songs of Angel City, plus I have a Diamantero album in preparation, and I'm already preparing my 11th album when my 10th is not even out. And I just released a song Friday, I'm releasing a song next Friday, and the Friday after, and everything is already uploaded. That's my strategy. And during the pandemic, all these people who didn't care about my advices or didn't follow them, they suffered because there was no show. And listen, I'm not saying if you heard me, whatever, but if most of them listen to my advice that I start giving them probably 12, 13 years ago, release singles, have your own YouTube channel, create your brand, create your following, create your people, have your community. Because today, once you have your brand and your community, then you can have you can create a system where, especially as an artist, you're not going to make money from shows only. You can make money from super chats. You can make money from the views of the conversations that you have. You can make money on your vlogs. You can make money on your catalog if you have songs, especially if you recorded 50 songs and you never released them. That's catalog. Catalog if you have 1,000 super fans who love everything you do and listen to your music every day. Those people will generate, let's say they just generate $600 per month, $600 or euros per month, and your rent is 1,000. You in a pandemic, and it's hard there's no more job, whatever, but you know that you have 600 that just come every month. and let's say your rent is, I don't know, 800, and you need another 200 for food. So you're not here wondering where you're gonna get 1,000 to survive. You just wondering where you're gonna get 400 because you have something going on. And if you have the money coming from your catalog, from your copyright, from your YouTube channel, from the super chats, from your supporter, thank you so much, and other things, and maybe soon the sponsors that will put their logo here. Like, if you create a universe when you are not just trying to make it from shows, but from a lot of other things, you could spend this pandemic just worrying about staying healthy. Some people had to stay healthy, and they also had to find a way to have a roof over their head, and they also had to find a way to feed their families. Me, even when I was sick, and I knew that what was the most important was the rent was paid for a whole year. The rent was paid for a whole year. The credit cards were there with money in it, and the money would continue to flow even if something bad happened to me. And I was let's say I could not speak for another 2 months, and I was just in the hospital for 2 months, and I was just there. At least my kids and wife would have a roof over their head and money to survive. Like, they would be fine. You see what I mean? And most of those people, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we didn't have kids, or some of us had small kids, whatever, who were just touring, and nobody thought that shows would stop. But me, I was like, shows will stop eventually anyway. And that feeling of being unheard by the people that you want, and you want not for you. It's not an ego thing. It's not like, I know everything, listen to me. It was really more, it's for you. It's information for you. You see what I mean? At a point, those guys made me realize, bro, like, you are not responsible for if people listen to you or not. You are responsible for your own choices, and they will do their choices, and it's gonna be them to figure out from their choices if it was the right choices or not. And then from there, they will gain experience, and they will do other choices, and maybe it will be good choices, maybe it will be bad choices, and it's not your fault, and it's not your problem. And ever since I accepted that, it made me feel better about this, about other people's choices. It's not that I stopped caring, but I stopped making it my responsibility. And the great thing about what I have here and what we have here in the Club Shada is that I can have those conversations, and I can give those advices to you guys and to all the people that I don't know that will watch these videos in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and we'll put comments in the video in YouTube. And if it can help anybody somewhere, it's gonna be perfect. And I will not have these this feeling that they have to succeed and they have to do it the right way, because yeah, everybody will do it their own way, and it's actually neither my responsibility, and if they succeed, fine. If they succeed doing what I told them, fine. If they succeed doing it another way, fine. And if they don't succeed, well, too bad. What do you do, Ralphie? So where were we? Were you at the studio between 36th and 38th on 8th Avenue in New York City? Kiara, I don't remember. I just remember the name of the studio was Black Pearl Studio, and let me see if I can find the address. Black Pearl Studio, New York. Let me see. So it was called the Black Pearl Studio with John Altino, Papa Jube. That's my boy. And yeah, I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I'm gonna find, because that studio, I don't think it exists anymore. I need to ask. Wait, let me see. Thank you so much, Distant Shadow. Thanks for supporting Club Shada. Thank you so much. I'm happy that no, I don't know what the address is. I'm gonna send a message to let me ask Peter. Hey Peter, just one question. What was the address of Black Pearl Studio back in '99? Maybe an answer before the end of the show. Who knows? So yeah, it's I'm not sure. I just know that's where I recorded my second album, and yeah, that's when I met. That's where everybody used to go. Like we had that's where I met the guys from Wu-Tang when Killer Priest did a song with me. That's when I spoke with Grace Jones. That's when I met all the team that worked with Wyclef on Carnival, etc., etc. How are you, Matt Music? What's good? Why make music that you are going to sit on? I think some people are just what can I say? I think some people are just procrastinating. They make music and then they're scared to release, and then then it just stays there. I don't know. It's special. Huh? It's this thing where they make a song, then they just, for example, to give you an example, my friend Elisio, for example, he's gonna make a song and he's gonna be obsessed by the song, So when you're gonna call him on the phone, you're gonna hear the song loud in the back, playing over and over again. And then you can call him for a whole month, you're gonna hear the same song. And then at a point you're gonna be like, bro, is that song, it's not finished? Oh no, I changed this, I changed that. And they keep changing like small stuff. And then you like, bro, the song is over. Mix it and release it. And it's gonna be like, no, yeah, it's mixed already, but then I had to come back because of da. And then at a point, you hear a new song, and then when you tell him, hey, when is that song, that other song that I used to hear, when are you releasing it? And he's like, it's too old, I got that, and then over and over again. And they don't even realize themselves that they are just scared to release music. When the stakes are so low today with releasing music, back in the days, it cost so much money, and it was not your money to release music, that if somebody spent 50,000 or 100,000 on your album, you better have 1 or 2 hits in there so that the person can make his money back. If he sells 10,000 CDs or 15,000 CDs, he invested 100 and he made 150, so he has a benefit of 50, he's happy. Next time you need 100, he's gonna put another 100 on you. He's gonna invest more, right? That was back in the days. But in 2021, this microphone costs 200 and something. You can record here. You can buy this iPad, or you can buy a laptop or a computer, or this computer I'm using to do the live show, which is the M1 Mac Mini, cost $700. And that's it. You're ready. Plug this in USB, get a GarageBand, and start recording. So if you release a song and it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You release another one. And you just build your brand, you build your public, and that's all you need to do. And then as long as you have your brand and your public around you, and they come, and then you will, at a point you're gonna have 20 songs, 30 songs, 50 songs, and maybe the song that didn't work like a year ago starts working for whatever reason, because somebody put it in the playlist or somebody danced on it on TikTok, and but if you have no songs, how you gonna have a viral hit? How you gonna have a song that plays on TikTok? How you gonna have somebody using your song in the next meme? How you gonna do it if you don't release music? And to me, that's the logic behind why I'm releasing a lot of music. I loved when I used to release one album with 17 songs, and then I had making a lot of money for 2 or 3 years. But already at that time, I was the executive producer, I was the investor, and I was also the artist. So I was making money from the CD sales, I was making money from the publishing, I was making money from the composition, I was making money from the authorship, and I was making money from the shows. Then I was also making money from the albums of all the people that I was investing my money in. Plus I was making all the beats for everybody, so I was making money from those beats. Then I was making composition money from those beats, and I was signing everybody to publishing. So I was making money from so many different places already that I was like, okay. And I was thinking that way. But most of these people, they make money from just one thing, shows. So they're scared of, they want to do a show, they want to do a song, and they want the song to generate shows because they have a hit. So they are in this obsession of doing the hit. And I understand when you are 20 years old, but once you reach 30, 35, listen, the kids in the club, they're 20, 18, 19, 17, 16. So they're not in your age bracket anymore. They might still love your songs, but you're already, you're an old person for them. And the clubs, they will hire the kids that the kids like. It's normal. Once you reach 40, 45, you're not part of the club. I mean, you can be part of the club scene forever, but it's already like you arrive in places where you can meet your children. My son is 18. When I'm gonna go to the club, I'm gonna meet my son dancing with a girl. No, I'm not interested in that, and it's normal. So you have to be ready to move to the next level. And most of these people, because nobody was there to give them advices, they got stuck to that. They got stuck to this idea that a song has to give them another 3 months or 6 months of life performing. And not only this can't last forever, but also the world has changed. Now everybody's doing music from everywhere. And so you have to be able to understand that, and you have to start. And that's what was frustrating me back in the days. Everything I was saying made sense on a logical level. And just because those things that I'm saying today about aging, about the world changing, about brands being more important than songs, this is not new. I used to say it 15 years ago. So those people have been hearing me talking about this forever. And yeah, at a point I was like, those people saved me, Peter and my other friend. They were like, bro, you are wasting your time and your saliva. And since I stopped doing this, yeah, I'm much better. And I'm less stressed about others people's business. And that's true. It's none of my business. I mean, it's always great that you can help people and give them ideas and direction, but I'd rather do it here now, talk with people, and if they follow, they follow. If they don't, they don't. Because look for my new company, Bantu Creative Media, the house of Afro Diaspora Music. Ooh, congrats. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. Thank you so much, Devin. What it do, Mr. Ralphie? What's good? Thank you so much, Julie Innocent Voice. Esattamente. Yup. Bonsoir, je ne comprends rien, mais je kiffe ta voix depuis la... Merci beaucoup. People sometimes people want to live with their own choices to avoid external resentment if your advice doesn't work out for them. But what's interesting is that I'm the one that they come to complain about their choices. That's where it doesn't make no sense to me. You see what I mean? They come to me afterwards saying, oh, I did this and I don't understand. Why did it da 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 da? And you're like, really? So it puts you in a strange position where they come to you for advice, they don't listen to the advices, and they come to you frustrated. You calm them down, you give them the advices, they listen to the advices, they tell you, damn, thank you so much, now everything is clear, now I know what I should do. then they meet along the way other people who have no clue, and they're like, hey, you know what? I spoke to Kaysha, blah, 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 blah. And then the other people are like, what? And then they come back to you and they're like, it didn't work, fuck this business, I didn't have that, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened? So I was going there. I was like, yeah. And then when I arrived there, no, wait a minute, wait. You were going there like we said, and you were supposed to arrive there. How come you are explaining to me that you arrived there? Oh no, on the way I met that guy, and then we start talking, and then I'm like, listen guys, I set objectives in my life, and once I have objectives in my life, I go on with my objectives. I know what is the direction, and I know where is the goal. I will improvise every day, and sometimes I will move here and there if I have to avoid a big rock or lake or whatever, or I will swim if I want to go forward. But if there's crocodile, I will go this way. But I know that I have to go there. I'm not gonna meet somebody along the way who have no clue. I know they have no clue, and just because we together in a party and we having a conversation, they're not gonna sway me from my objective just like that. No. Oh, that's where you're going? Oh, good luck for you. There's nothing there. No, I'm telling you there's something. My long-term vision tells me there's nothing there. I'm going there. Good luck. But those people, when they meet another person, it's not going the same direction as them. They want to ask questions and then they want to go. And at a point, it's just like, yeah, good luck, everybody. You were doing social work, period. You low-key want to provide social work for people struggling in the industry. Listen, there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. That's exactly what I was doing back then. Yep. I used to be like that, where I'd freak out if someone I cared about screwed up. But now I'm really just hopeful for them. But I just do my own now. Better to be that way. Yeah. And the thing is strange is that I would have felt guilty for it's not caring, because you care, but for not being frustrated and not trying to tell them, actually, yeah, you have to respect others people's choices. It's something I do now. Ellis boys, what it do? Good night, Lynn. Being versatile makes people wonder what's happening next. Mr. Double XL, what up, my brother? Oh, you missed the story. I told it's too bad you were not there. A few episodes ago, I told the story of how things got fucked with the dancers and the whole thing. And it would have been nice if you were there to add some elements to the conversation, but oh yeah, indeed. You have become a clinical social worker. You have a new career path. That's why everyone comes to you when they're struggling. And maybe sometimes it's because of the fact that I've been successful and that I've achieved all these things that I was talking about back then. And most people are looking for a quick way to arrive quick. And usually when I talk with people, I tell them it's not gonna be quick. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take hard work, but in a few years you will arrive. And people need something quick. It's the same thing as since the pandemic started, everybody's asking me, well, how did you do? How come you fine? How come you're not complaining? How come everybody's crying about the shows and you're not? And I'm like, because I have this. I have my show on YouTube. I have this. I have YouTube pays me. YouTube pays 2 rents per month. And I have this and that, and the Spotify, and I have the Apple Music, and the copyrights, and the songs I wrote for this, and this. Like all these things I've been doing, yeah, they kept me secure without doing any shows in 2020 and 2021. And then they're like, I want to do this. And I'm like, okay, you need to do this. And they're like, yeah, but it's going to take me years. I said, yeah, it took me 20 years. I just didn't arrive and it was done. I worked my ass off. And yeah, when you guys were buying cars, I was buying gear. When you guys were going to parties, I was arriving at the party at 2 a.m. after the studio, and I was leaving the party at 4 to go back to the studio. And there's no other secret that I know, and it goes, and it doesn't. It's not something that you will do just like that. And so what are we gonna do? I said, I don't know. It's not my problem. Hey Lily, how are you? Long time. I'm still waiting for you to record that song. People. Quel épisode? Oof. I don't know, bro. It's called. Let me check. I'll send you. Remind me to send you the link. I'll send you the link. Remind me to send you the link on Instagram. I'll send you the link by DM. Yeah. You have that Captain Save-A-Ho energy that attract those type of people in space. No, I don't have it anymore. I had it like back in the days, yeah, till 2012. Now I'm trying to prevent our brother Buddy to be that person. He's the one who has these ways now. I'm like, you know, I love having conversations and telling people what they could do, but if they don't do, I don't feel like I don't feel compelled to feel anything, because it's none of my business if they succeed or not. And I don't have any more artists signed to my label. I just do because I believe in independence. I tell people, I don't sign people. You should be independent. Go do your thing, make your money, and invest your money. Especially, it costs nothing to make music anymore. And what I do now is just, yeah, I do co-productions with people and exchanges, and I just own the tracks that I will invite you on, or the track where I will produce for you. I own that one. The rest, I don't care. Your career, I'm not interested in that. And if you go sign to a big record label, good luck. I don't have these ties with artists anymore. So, but yeah, I have some people, yeah, they really want to save everybody. Montagne de inspiration. Listen, this is not another channel that you guys need to be subscribed to. Mountain of Inspiration has been killing it in the short form, 15-minute videos. Yeah, you gotta go check out his channel. It's called Mountain of Inspiration. Already 128 videos. Look at that. And you know, the audacity to believe, decision, there's no plan B. So Club Shada, same thing. Everybody go to Mountain of Inspiration and become a subscriber, please. Daily upload at 8 p.m. Look at that. Nice. I have to go. I have a few videos that I didn't see. I have to go. Wow, cousin. Wow, you've been doing it. I love it. Daily. Yeah, listen. Look at all these content that we are all doing, and this is beautiful. You know, I used to tell artists, a lot of artists in my circles, have your YouTube channel. You know, put content on your YouTube channel so you can be independent on your voice. So you need to do interviews on TV. You don't need to put your music videos and DVDs, etc. I would just tell people, go ahead and have your places where you can create your content, and nobody would listen to me. And what I love about the last 2 years, and especially the last year since the pandemic, is that through Club Shada, not only I was connected to my cousins, but we are now connected under the fact that we are all in the YouTube space creating content. And I have people here that are understanding the space, and they are understanding what we are all trying to do, and they are also all creating content. Moto Moto is creating content. Joel is creating content. Mountain of Inspiration. Dalia TV. Ralphie is a musician. You have a lot of beat makers here, and we all have Lily's here. We all have these thing where when I give my opinions about stuff, when I give my opinions about creating content, those are things that you're talking to people who understand what you are talking about, and who are also living it at the same time. And most of the people here who are listeners, in their daily jobs or in whatever endeavors they are going for, they can apply those information that we are giving here. So I don't feel that need to save all these artists, because I have all these creators around me, and it's you guys. So yeah, you know, it's beautiful. Most of the time, we know what we have to do, but knowing is not enough. Yep, exactly. Knowing is not enough. You need to put the work. You need to, most of the time, you know, you have to, of course, you have to know what you need to do, but then you need to put the hours. I always call it, I always say, that's what people don't like to do. It's putting the hours. People want to just be there, and they love to talk, but then when it's time to work, they don't work. Listen, like, I had long conversations with Bodhisattva, long conversations about content strategies, what I'm gonna do, what he's gonna do, giving each other ideas, brands, how do I sell my t-shirts, how can he use the same platforms, etc. And these could just have been conversations. But what I love today, and this is why I'm not frustrated anymore about the choices of other people, is that he's at Monday Quality Talks number 20 something, and he's at Quarantine Groove number 119. He has his t-shirt store, and he did it his way. And all these stems from our conversations, some of my advices and some of his own intellect. And the beautiful thing is that he's not doing everything the way I told him to do it. We are just exchanging ideas, but then he's putting them into motion, and then he's dedicated to his craft, and he's just trusting his own process. And then we have conversations about, we can have conversation not about, oh, you should do that. Like, no, he's doing it. We have conversations about the small details, like, oh, I'm using these to have the names go. Oh, I'm using this program, or hey, the way you did this, maybe there's too much logos, it's a little cluttered. We have conversations about the details because we are moving. And I think the question was really, and I did never ask myself that, but the question was I talking to the right people? Was I giving all this information to the right people? Like we say in French, donner de la confiture au cochon. Was I giving honey to pigs? And it's really this. At a point, you realize that you are not giving the information to people who are ready to receive the information. So you are wasting the information. And then once you realize that and you start giving the information to the right people, I'd rather have a conversation with Joel and Dalia and Dimitri about a mountain of inspiration, about their channels, because they are doing stuff. They are working already. And then we can have conversations about what works, what doesn't work, what I tried, how do I do, and how we can, let's say I have these ideas about sponsorships, right? And how we can have people pay for the content on top of the super chats and stuff. How we can have like a minimum amount of money that we made for videos. But because we all have small channels, I would say, in terms of numbers of subscribers and numbers of views that we do. So Club Shada is actually going great. We used to do 300 views per live at night, and now we are already at 500, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 530. So numbers are going up. So that's the good thing. Me, I have time, but you still consider a small channel compared to other people who have like 300 people watching at the same time, 1,000 people watching, etc. Chats that are going crazy, right? But if you can have one person that their goal is to sell the ads for all the channels at the same time, you can now serve them numbers that are interesting for smaller brands. So those are the conversations that we can have because everybody is working and building. So I can go tomorrow to a brand and tell them, listen, I have Moto Moto Music, I have Kaysha, I have Bodhisattva, I have Mountain of Inspiration, I have Dalia TV, I have Joel Amen, I have Ralphie, I have Double XL, I have Lily Spencer, and so on. And I want you to buy, I'm selling you a pack for X amount. I will have your logo in the next 2 videos of Club Shada, the next 2 videos of this, the next 2 videos of that, the next 2 videos of that. In the beginning of the video, the next video of Ralphie, etc., etc. Let's say that person says, that's amazing, they give me $5,000. I divide the $5,000 in 10, for example, and I give to everybody 500. And yo, Ralphie, that's 500 for the next video. Maybe you can add an extra car or a professional model or whatever you want to do with it. 500 for 2 episodes of. Thank you so much. For now, you are my sponsors. And then you can have where was I? Yeah, I can put 500 to put the logo of that person here for 2 episodes, Mountain of Inspiration can put the logo in front of his next, since he's doing daily, maybe the next 10 episodes. And Dalia can on the next 2 lives, Joel on the next 2 lives, and now we are funding an operation. So, and now you can have somebody that's their job to say, look, these are the next superstars of YouTube. Those are content that is followed by whatever, these, etc. And you have people, their job is to just sell the ads for us. This is possible. Those things that I have in my head are possible only because everybody is doing their part. And that was my frustration back in the days. My frustration was not, oh, you're not doing it. Oh, you should do it the way I want. No. My frustration was, if you singers release all these songs and you are keeping your names alive, I can have people sell the shows. I can have people sell the 5 of us in the same show where we all sing 2 songs, just because we are still moving and we have people who heard the new songs, etc. The things I was doing by myself, I was like, if you guys do it, I can have all these ideas that for example, when I'm organizing a tour and I'm investing in a tour, I can put you in the tour. I can put the 5 of you in the tour because you have music, you have new music, and you have excitation around your names. I can invest in everyone and then make money with everyone, or we can all invest. But if you guys don't do the first part, which is creating the content, there's nothing I can do for you. And that was frustrating. And that's the good thing about today, the space where I am. I'm in a space where, yeah, everybody that comes here is usually also a creator, or somebody who have ideas, or somebody that I can invite to have a conversation. Or if tomorrow Kiata decide that she wants to have a YouTube channel, and she gets StreamYard or Ecamm Live, and she wants to have conversations after work about things, about dancing, about what her daughter is doing, or about the industry because she's been in it, or all these different things. Okay, he sent me, it was 135. Oh, sorry, Kiata. Peter just told me it was 135th West 26th Street. That was where the studio was. Nice. I miss those days. Yeah, so those are things that you can create today because everybody is a creator now. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's what he sent me. So you see what I mean? Thanks, bro. I'll call you after my live. I needed the information because I'm on a live stream on YouTube now. And usually my obsession with having people do the things right, it's not because I want to force them to do right or because I need them, because I've been doing everything by myself. I've been doing my shows, my videos, my things, my people were trapped crying. I was setting up everything, and I was doing a show live on YouTube. All these things. I have a brain that works so fast that I'm usually late compared to what my brain is thinking. But that's great because in 10 years, I will know what to do. But if you have enough people who are as strong as you and they are creating as much content as you, then you can have real strategies that where everyone is going to be beneficial everyone's gonna benefit from. Like I was saying, Kiata decides that she wants to have conversations every week, the way Buddy does it every Monday, and she decides, hey, listen, okay, Saturday we have Dalia, Kaysha is on Sundays, Buddy does the shows on Fridays, and the Mondays I'll take the Tuesdays or the Wednesdays or whatever, or just before Club Shada I want to have my show, and she want to start having those conversations and being live on YouTube and talk about the stuff about New York stuff or whatever she cares about. First of all, the whole Shada gang and the Buddhists, we're gonna come full support. We're gonna be the first people arriving first, and that's gonna help out the algorithm first. But the second thing, she can call every one of us to have conversations. She can call Buddy, and Buddy will come to her channel, have a conversation about something. She can call me, I will come have a conversation. She can call Ralphie, have conversation. She can call Moto Moto Music, and we can all have synergies between each other because we are all building our different buildings, and that's the beautiful things. Then we feed of each other's strength. You see what I mean? We all have we all bring our different energies, and if everybody has their 10 fans and we are 10 of us, if we all have 10 different fans, if we all bring them together, we have 100 fans, and then we all build from that, and we can do so many things. And that was my frustration, but I didn't know how to express it 15 or 12 years ago, because they were just like, but leave us alone. And I was like, it's not just for you or for me, if it's for us all. If we all become independent, and we all generate enough money, then we can say no to some things. Guys, you have no idea. During this pandemic, and ever since things are a little better and we can travel, you have no idea the number of things that I say no to. I say no to interviews because I can speak here. I say no to a lot of shows because I make my own money. And I can say, oh, you want me? Yeah, I want that much. Oh yeah, but I'm not interested. Bye. That's leverage, because you have created your thing. And yeah, I wanted this for a lot of artists, and yeah, most of them, yeah, I don't know, but your success makes artists come to you so they can ask for you for shortcuts all the time. All the time. Oh, nice. You in Cape Verde. Beautiful. Lily. Normally we should be recording our 4th song. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Sorry, Kaysha, is gonna sound a bit off subject, but what does Shada stands or means? Actually, when I was in New York in '99, recording with Papa Jube, my second album, and with Peter, and I was there, and they start calling me Mr. Shada. I don't know when, how, but they just start calling me Mr. Shada, and yeah, that's how I became Mr. Shada. And then I created another brand, which is Monsieur de Shada, which is where I do house music and stuff. But yeah, I was Kaysha, and one day they just called me Mr. Shada. I don't know why. I need to ask actually Papa Jube why he called me Mr. Shada and what it means, because I just, yeah, just became a nickname. You have a good heart, and that's why it troubles you to watch people go off path or fail to follow through. Indeed. Listen, amazing. And you see, for example, I remember when Buddy and I were having conversations about the live streams and getting off of Instagram and starting to do stuff on YouTube, and then Jojo and him were having the conversation about the festivals and look at the. I was telling this to Buddy. I was like, Buddy, listen, never give up what you're doing, because it's just like the process. Every day you are doing, and what people don't see, there's a lot of people who are watching you from the shadows and in the distance, and you never know when either your channel and your DJ show will explode, or just doing one that will be viewed by that one person will generate a phone call. And that phone call, my friend, will make all the difference in the world. And yeah, you know, because I'm your shadow. Thank you. You know, Buddy sent me to the club, Shada. I know your circle is very positive because you all have created a community through social media. This will create collective success. Exactly what I was saying. Tu as raison, il ne faut pas dire, mais faire. J'ai compris cela un peu tard, mais il vaut mieux tard que jamais. Comme dit le slogan Nike, just do it. Ouais, mon frère. That's it. Yeah, I used to be in that place all the time. Can't wait to be back in New York. I'm coming soon. Synergy is a beautiful thing when done right. I'm telling you. I'm about to graduate from graduate school in a few days. I'll actually soon be a real licensed clinical social. Hey, listen, social media. We ready. You have all your public here. Cousin, take the leadership, run with the idea. I will gladly provide content. I will sign the contract. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. Trust me, I've been thinking about how to do it. Can't wait to see that dream come true. I've been thinking about all our channels, and for real, like I was telling Joel a month ago, we can really be in this thing where, yeah, even if I have the biggest channel, all of us have, we drain people. You see what I mean? And I can't find brands. It's just that I have so much on my plate right now, but either I find people that's their job, or I just sometimes I'm just gonna start sending messages to brands and tell them, hey, listen, this is the amount of people we have, this is the amount of live shows, and we can do a whole week of content with your brand on it. And those are ideas that I have, and yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. I got it. You're like Nick Fury. You want to create your own Avenger crew. In the shadows and from a distance, glad I could help. There you go. Yeah. Listen, my guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm happy that I could have a conversation with you guys. But tomorrow I have to go to the doctor to do some exercises. So I'm gonna go to, you know, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some rest and prepare myself for tomorrow. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I think we're gonna do some tests and maybe some I don't maybe no, scans were done already and there was nothing. So I'm gonna do some tests and see from I forgot what's the name of what I'm doing tomorrow. Forgot. Anyway, so I can and then I'm gonna do some gym as well. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation in this episode of Club Shada number 109. I'm happy because we are arriving to 110. So every 10 episodes I changed the color. I was tired of the red. So I don't know what color I'm gonna use for the next episodes, but if you have ideas, tell me. Blue, yellow, white, pink. Hey, if you have ideas, just put them in the comments or put them in the chat while we are listening to the last song. But it was a pleasure having a conversation with you about choices and about how I learned to respect everybody's choices and respect them when they are going to failure. I'm just like, good luck, my bro. And I'm gonna let you with this again, this new song that I've just released that is called Southside. I released it under the name Diamantero, and it's interesting that excuse me, I don't like that. This should be here. Boom. Thank you. Yeah. It's called Southside, and you can find it in all the platforms, and it's another Amapiano. I'm going back to my Amapiano thing, and so it's a 5-track album. There's one track that is the South Side. Everything else is instrumentals from singles. But I have 2 more singles coming out under the name Diamantero. One Friday, plus another one under the name Angel City. Plus I have a bunch of tracks. I will do a listening session soon of the new tracks, but I want to do a Club Shada studio session as well, because I realize that when I'm live, sometimes after that I go to sleep or whatever, or I watch TV. But I'm gonna maybe take the next live to really work on the album. So it's gonna be a studio session live where I'm just, tweaking and finishing whatever is not finished, so I can just wrap up this album and start working on the next album. So in the meantime, this is Southside by Diamantero, and I will see you in the next episode of Club Shada, which is Wednesday, mercredi, miércoles, cuarta. Yeah.